So if y'all ready, let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and find your way onto your mats. Let's find that nice, comfortable seat. Begin bringing your attention to your breath. Just maybe do a quick body scan. Notice any areas of tightness and tension that might be there today. And then just take a few moments settling into your breath. Now take in a few more breaths. And then slowly open your eyes and make your way to seated wide leg. We'll start off there today. So from your seated wide leg position, point your toes up towards the sky. Maybe press the back of your legs down into the mat. Sit up nice and tall. Engage your core. And on your inhale, sweep your hands up over your head. On your exhale, take your left hand to your right leg. Place your right hand on the mat behind you and exhale your gaze over your right shoulder. Keeping your core engaged, keeping a straight back. Try not to round in your low back. Inhale as you turn back forward, hands up to the sky once again. On your exhale, take your right hand to your left leg, left hand on the mat behind you. Exhale your gaze over your left shoulder. And then once again, keep your core engaged, keep a nice straight back. Inhale as you turn back forward, hands up to the sky. Again, try not to round in your low back. Reach your hands a little bit higher. And on your exhale, lower your hands down in front of you and maybe walk your hands forward into a wide leg fold. And then inhale as you rise back up to center. And now just letting your hands rest down on the mat or on your legs, either one. Lift your chin up towards the sky. And on your exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest. Again, inhale, lifting your chin up towards the sky. And exhale, tucking your chin. And then release your chin back to a neutral position. Now this time on your exhale, take your chin and turn your chin towards your right shoulder. Inhale your chin back forward. Exhale your chin towards your left shoulder. And then turn your chin back forward. Exhale your chin towards your right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale your chin towards your left shoulder. And then inhale to center. And now pull your feet together into a seated butterfly. Feel free to grab your toes with your hands. Again, try to keep that nice straight back. Try not to round in your low back. And then gently let gravity pull your knees down towards the ground. And now release and roll down to your back and pull your knees into your chest. Maybe try to pull your knees towards the outer edges of the mat. And then maybe pull them back together in the center. Just take a couple of more breaths here as you hug your knees in close. Extend your left leg and let it rest on the floor. As you hold your right knee in your hand, bring your left hand out to a T or a field goal position. Pull your right knee away from the mat, out towards the right edge of the mat. Inhale your knee back up to center. And now take your left hand on your right knee. Bring your right hand out to a T or a field goal and pull your right knee over towards the left side of the mat. And then release your knee back to center. Hug it in close for one more breath. And then release your right leg and let it extend forward and rest on the floor as you hug your left knee in towards your chest. With your left hand on your left knee, take your right hand out to a T or a field goal and then pull your left knee away from your body towards the left side of the mat. Inhale your knee back up to center. Hug it in close for a breath. Take your right hand on your left knee. Bring your left hand out to a T. Then pull your left knee over towards the right side of the mat across your body. Inhale your knee back up to center. Hug it in close for one more breath. And then pull your right knee in again as you hug both knees together in towards your chest. And then begin to rock towards the front and the back of the mat, getting a little bigger with each rock. And after 4 or 5 rocks, rock all the way through and make your way to tabletop. From your tabletop position, sit your hips back towards your heels as you press into your hands, like you're going towards child's pose, but don't go towards child's pose. Keep a nice flat back, press into your hands, and just sit your hips back towards your heels. And inhale as you come back up to center. And one more time, exhale, sit back towards your heels, press into your hands. Now walk your hands back to your knees as you sit onto your heels into hero pose. From here, interlace your fingers and press your palms away with your thumbs facing down towards the ground. Inhale as you lift your hands up over your head. Press your palms up towards the sky. Now, once again, lower your hands back down in front of your chest. Now press your right wrist away and pull your left wrist towards you. Release back to center. Press your left wrist away and pull your right. Release back to center. Now flip your thumbs up. Press your right wrist away and pull your left. Release back to center. Press your left wrist away and pull your right. And release back to center. And then make your way back to tabletop. From your tabletop, spread your fingertips nice and wide. Press all 10 fingers firmly into the mat. Tuck your toes, and on your exhale, make your way to your first down dog of the day. Maybe pedal your feet out in your down dog. And maybe find stillness here for a few breaths. Again, pressing all 10 fingers into the mat. Pressing those arms nice and straight. Try not to round in your low back. Try to keep a nice flat back here. You need to tilt your hips up towards the sky a little bit in order to do that. Feel free to give that a go. And then slowly walk forward towards the front of the mat until your feet are in between your hands. And exhale into a forward fold. Press into both feet, stand up tall, hands to the sky. Exhale your right hand down towards the floor. Take your left hand and reach over towards the right. Let's get a side body stretch. Inhale as you lift your hands back up to the sky, both hands. On your exhale, lower your left hand down towards the floor. Take your right hand and reach over towards the left. Inhale back to center, hands up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift with a flat back. Exhale, step or hop to plank. It's your first plank of the day, so feel free to do knees down push up if you position instead of plank if you need to. Either way, keep your core engaged. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale to baby cobra this time. Elbows 90 degrees. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale to down dog. Again, as we move today, just move slow and with intention as you move. Now slowly walk forward to the front of the mat till your feet are in between your hands. Rest into both feet. Stand up tall, hands to the sky. This time, exhale into chair pose. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop back to plank. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale to cobra, full cobra, baby cobra, your choice. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale to down dog. On your inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky, 3-leg down dog. On your exhale, slowly step your right foot through between your hands. Adjust your left foot to warrior one. So get that heel on the mat. 45-degree angle with the front of the mat. Shoulders square with the front of the mat. Core engaged. Stand up tall. Hands to the sky. Warrior one. Frame out your front foot. Sweep it back to plank. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale to down dog. Inhale your left leg up to the sky, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, slowly step your left foot through between your hands. Adjust your right foot to warrior one. Get your right heel on the floor. Press into both legs. Engage your core. Shoulders square with the front of the mat. Stand up tall. Hands to the sky. Warrior one. Breathe. Frame out your front foot. Sweep your front foot back to plank. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale to down dog. Now step, walk, or hop to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Now sit back like you're sitting into your chair. Come back into your chair pose. Then stand up tall and exhale your hands down the mountain pose. Check it out if you need to. When you're ready, come back to your mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Switch ends for this next sequence. From your mountain pose, lift your right knee up in front. Slow and in control, step your right foot back to a high lunge. And now straighten your left leg so that both legs are straight. Now you can take and lower your right heel down to the mat, kind of in a warrior one, more of a warrior one position for better balance if you need to. Either way, both legs are nice and straight. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Hands can be wherever is convenient for you today. Now lower your hands down to the mat to the inside of your left foot. Walk your hands around the right towards the right side of the mat, bringing your feet with you into a wide-legged fold. Deep inhale, and maybe on your exhale, try to move a little deeper into your fold. Walk your hands towards your right foot, bend your right knee into a side lunge. You want to take your hands up off of the mat in a prayer position, feel free to do that. Walk your hands back to center into a wide leg fold. Take another breath. Walk your hands towards your left foot, bend your left knee, side lunge to the left. Again, taking your hands off the mat for a little more challenge if you choose. Walk your hands back to center, one more wide leg fold. Now pull your heels towards each other as your knees bend into your sumo squat position or goddess squat, whichever you like to call it. Then brace your core and then stand up into your sumo or goddess squat position, bringing your arms to a field goal post. Press your knees towards the ends of the mat, away from each other. You may want to have a tendency to try to cave in or move towards each other. Breathe here. And then straighten both legs, straighten both arms, reaching your arms up towards the sky. Take a breath. And inhale back down to your squat, to your sumo squat. And breathe. Release your hands down to the mat. Bring both feet back parallel to each other once again into your wide leg fold. Now walk your hands back around to the front of the mat as they frame out your left foot. As you come back into a high lunge leg position, brace your core, lift your hands up to the sky to a standing high lunge. Or I should have just said high lunge. I guess the high lunge in itself is a standing pose. Now you can you lower your hands and use your hands for balance if you need to, or if you want a little more challenge, keep your hands pointed up towards the sky. Begin to shift your weight into your left foot. So all the weight is in that left foot. Stand up on that left foot. Lift that right knee and pull it up and through in front. And lower your right knee down. Right leg down beside your left. Lower your hands down to mountain pose. And take a breath. Inhale your hands overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale to down dog. Now walk forward. Your feet are in between your hands into a forward fold. Press into your feet. Stand up tall, hands to the sky. Exhale your hands down to mountain pose. Let's take a couple of breaths here while I switch back to the other end so I'm facing the camera. As we go through this same sequence on the other side. Now begin to shift your weight into your right foot. Lift your left knee up in front. And then slow and in control, step your left foot back to a high lunge position. Once you get to your high lunge, straighten your right leg out. You can lower that left heel on the mat if you like. And on your exhale, fold over your right leg. Now walk your hands around to the left side of the mat as you pull your toes with you into a wide leg fold on the left side of the mat. Walk your hands towards your left toes, bend your left knee into a side lunge to the left side of the mat. Again, you can do that with no hands if you choose. Walk your hands back to center, wide leg fold. Walk your hands towards your right toes, bend your right knee, side lunge to the right side of the mat. Walk your hands back to center, wide leg fold. Now walk your hands back around towards the front of the mat, framing out your right foot, bringing your feet back to a high lunge position. Once your feet are in the high lunge position, stand up tall to your high lunge, hands to the sky. And begin to shift your weight into your right leg. Oh, just like on the other side, your hands, you can keep them lifted up to the sky or you can lower them down for balance. As you do, shift your weight into your right leg. Once all the weight's in your right leg, begin to stand up, pulling that left knee through and up in front. Lower your left foot down beside your right, hands down the mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths, shake it out if you need to. When you're ready, come back to mountain pose. Just take a couple of breaths. Maybe close your eyes if you need to. Just reset and refocus after that sequence. Now engage your core, and as you do, shift your weight into your left foot. Firmly press your left foot into the mat as you lift your right knee up in front. Once your right knee is lifted, maybe bring your arms out to a T position. Palms can be facing the ground, or you can make a fist, whichever works for you. Keep your core engaged, shoulders stacked over your hips. Slowly begin to take your right knee and move it out towards the right side of the mat till your hip wants to turn, and pause there. Now slowly bring your knee back forward, and now extend your right leg so that it's straight out in front. And now, just like you did with your bent knee, sweep your right leg out to the side till your hip wants to turn. Pause there. Your leg back forward, extend it out in front, and slowly lower it down beside your right. Lower your hands down, shake your arms out, shake your legs out. And then come back to mountain pose. Take a couple of more breaths. Engage your core, and then shift your weight into your right foot. Firmly plant that right foot in the mat, and when it's nice and firm, right leg is fully engaged, core is engaged, lift your left knee up in front. Again, bring your arms to a T position, palms down or fists with your hands, either one. Slowly shift that left knee out towards the left side. Your hip wants to turn, and then pause there. Keep your core engaged. Now bring your left knee back forward again. Extend your left leg so that it's straight, and then extend your left leg out to the side again till your hip wants to turn, and pause there. And then bring your leg back forward. It's out in front. And then lower your left foot beside your right, arms down, and shake it out. And take a few breaths. When you're ready, make your way back to mountain pose. Inhale your hands overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale to down dog. Inhale your right leg up towards the sky. 3-leg down dog. On your exhale, step your right foot through between your hands. Lower your left knee down to a low lunge. Then inhale, lift your hands up towards the sky. Left toes can be tucked or untucked, your choice. On your exhale, take your left hand to your right leg. Reach your right hand back behind you and exhale your gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale back forward, hands up to the sky. Feel free to stay here in your low lunge if you like, or you can tuck your left toes, press into both feet, and rise up to a high lunge. Either way, frame out your front foot, sweep your front foot back to plank. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale to down dog. Press all 10 fingers firmly into the mat. Inhale your left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step your left foot through between your hands. Lower your right knee down to low lunge. And lift your hands up to the sky, low lunge. Exhale your right hand to your left leg. Reach your left hand behind you and exhale your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale as you turn back forward, hands up to the sky. Again, you can stay here in low lunge, or you can tuck your right toes and rise up to a high lunge. Frame out your front foot, sweep it back to plank. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale to down dog. Now walk slowly towards the front of the mat till your feet are in between your hands, forward fold. Press into both feet, stand up tall, hands to the sky, and exhale your hands down to mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale your hands overhead, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale to down dog. From your down dog, press all 10 fingers firmly into the mat. Notice where your ears are in relation to your arms. Try to see if you can sink your head a little bit lower towards the mat so that your ears are a little bit more in line with your arms. Notice how that changes the muscle interaction in your back. Maybe try to press your heels a little bit lower towards the ground. Maybe you get a millimeter, maybe not even that much. Breathe. Now lift your right leg up towards the sky. And then exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down into your lizard pose position. So right foot is on the outside of your right hand. Left knee is down. Left toes are untucked. You want to lower down onto your elbows in your lizard pose, and you like to do that, feel free to go there. Just continue to breathe. Now bring your hands back under your chest if they're not already there. I want to go from lizard pose to pigeon pose, so feel free to walk your hands back towards your hips so that you can lift your hips up enough so that you can walk that right foot over to the left side of the mat, and then let that right knee fall towards the right side of the mat. Left heel is back, maybe back towards your left hip. Right heel back towards your left hip, or if you want to move it forward to get a little bit more intense stretch, you can do that. Lowering down onto your elbows is always an option here. Try to keep your hips square with the ground. Try not to let one hip rise up higher than the other. Notice how that changes the feel in the outer part of your right leg. You try to square your hips up. Now bring your hands back under your chest if they're not already there. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee so that you can clear that left hip so that you can sweep that right leg back to plank. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale to down dog. Inhale your left leg up to the sky, 3-leg down dog. And on your exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee down to your lizard position on this opposite side. Just like the other side, if you want to lower down onto your elbows, feel free to do that. Bring your hands back under your chest if they're not already there. And we'll make our way from our lizard pose to our pigeon pose. So maybe lift your hips up, bringing your hands back towards your knees, creating space so that you can walk that left foot over to the right side of the mat, letting that left knee fall down to the outside edge of the left side of the mat, keeping that left knee to the outside of your left hip. If you want to lower down onto your elbows, it's always a nice option. But just like the other side, check your hips. Check the level on your hips. See if both hip pointers are level with the ground. Bring your hands back under your chest if they're not already there. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee up so that you can clear room for that left foot to sweep back to plank. Inhale, exhale down, inhale to cobra. Exhale down, inhale up, and exhale to down dog. Inhale as you roll forward to plank pose, lower your knees down, tabletop, then step back onto your heels Into hero pose, lift your hands up off of the mat. Maybe bring your hands into your lap. And sit up nice and tall and take a couple of breaths. Now release down into a seated position on the mat. Then once you get there, roll down to your back and pull your knees into your chest. Then lower both feet down to the mat with your ankles touching, and on your exhale, let both feet fall away from each other for reclined butterfly. Inhale your knees back up to center, and then exhale, extend your legs forward into your final resting pose. Letting your feet rest over to the side, bringing your arms down by your side. Maybe turning your palms up towards the sky, and just let every muscle in your body relax. Maybe do a body scan like you did at the beginning. Maybe take a few breaths on your inhale. Visualize the inhale, the oxygen going to that area of tension and tightness, and the exhale, all that tightness just releasing and exiting your body. And after you've done that for a few breaths, just settle into deep inhales and exhales. Breathe in a few more breaths. And then begin to move your fingers and toes and arms and legs. You begin to stretch and move. Like to roll over to one side and take some breaths. Let me do that now. And then when you're ready, slowly make your way back up to a nice, comfortable seat. So my thinking thought of the day is interesting. I found my thought from Albert Einstein, and then on the notes for the practice we did today, I had one that was very similar from an unknown author. So I thought I'd read both of them. The first one is from the unknown author. Is in a world of chaos and self-centeredness, dare to be different. And then the one similar from Albert Einstein is strive not to be a success, but rather to strive to be of value. I thought that was pretty good. When you strive to be of value for the rest of the world, then the self-centeredness that we tend to feel at times and the chaos of the world seems to look a little different. When you inhale, sweep your hands up over your head. Exhale, press your hands back towards the ground. Again, inhale up, together at the top, and exhale down to heart center. And have a blessed week. And thanks for allowing me to lead your practice today.